Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers are looking completely different this year. The offensive confidence is through the roof right now, and the defense is probably one of the best in football. And I don't think it's really up for debate at this point. They're definitely within the top three. Now, I wanted to break down the offense. We broke down the defense yesterday. You guys can go check out that video. But let's break down the offense. On this first play, I see something I absolutely love, and all quarterbacks do as well. First of all, press man coverage, okay? Now, this is Malik Heath, not the 1, not the 2, not the 3, not even the 4 or 5 receiver on the team when healthy. But this is a guy that has some good 50-50 ball ability. Now, the first thing that we want to look at is the 2 deep safeties. Okay, so essentially quarterbacks call this a yes-no read, but since there's 2 high, this is what we call a post-snap yes-no read. Now, what is a post-snap? Once we snap the ball, we're reading the safeties. For example, if this guy drops back into, a half and this guy drops back into a half, we're not throwing this football. This becomes a no read. Okay? Now, if this guy bites up and this guy bounces back into a midfield closed, we're throwing the football. And vice versa. If this guy drops back and this guy comes up, right, cover 1 robber, cover 1, play, we're throwing the football. So off the snap, we're going to fake the handoff to the running back, right, boom. As we turn around, first thing we looked at was the safety. What do we notice? This guy bites up into a midfield read or mid-read. This guy's in a midfield close, so he's dropping back to the middle of the field, which means this is a yes read. We're throwing this football no matter what. He's not going to look anywhere else. He knew where he was going with the football. So he tosses this thing up while about to get hit and throws an absolute dime. Great ball, great catch, unbelievable. Let's watch it one more time from the other angle. They called this incomplete and then ended up changing. Again, we're faking the handoff to Josh Jacobs this way, trying to get these second-level defenders to bite down. Even if it is just a little bit, it's all we want. Again, boom, they bite up. Safety bites up into the box. We throw the ball, man. Do you see him read the safety real quick? Look at him, look at the safety, right? Eyes are on this deep safety. Looking. Okay, I got time. Turn, fire, get this ball down the field. Again, look at the placement to the sideline where only his guy can get it. Worst case scenario, it's just incomplete, right? There is no possible way the DB can get this football. That's where you'd want it. And then the toe tap ability here by Heath, unreal. We're going to break down the film. I want to show you what this offense looked like passing game-wise. Before we dive in, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family if you want more of these videos. Just let me know in the comments. Again, it is completely free to subscribe. Completely free. Doesn't cost a thing. Let's dive in. Another really good schematic play drawn up perfectly. We're going to swing the running back out. Now, from there, we're going to send our guys up the field. Now, it's going to initially look like they're going to block, which ultimately gets these guys in an angle diagonally. But what we need to focus on here is the route. So again, we're going to act like we're blocking, and then we're going to, boom, turn up the tempo and accelerate down the field. Okay? Same thing as we swing. Now, because they think it's a screen, they just take a bad angle to this thing. You're going to see linebackers really overcommit downward. I actually think I made a mistake. So Tucker Kraft is this one. So again, I think he's going to cut across the middle, but he's looking like he's blocking here. And then, boom, just get up the field. Because they think he's blocking, they kind of overcommit downwards, take a bad angle, then boom, they hit the seam. Now this guy's getting behind the linebacker, which forces this DB to bite down on that. And then boom, from there, all we're doing is reading that deep safety. Since he bites down on the crosser, we're taking the seam all day, every day, wide open, no one's there. Now you could probably put this on a combination of Bobby Wagner from taking such a bad angle because he thought it was a quick little screen. And then you could put on this safety. Now, the safety doesn't need to really overcommit to this. The linebacker's doing a good job sitting in front of it. I do want to look at the backside, though. I want to look at the backside. Where does Jordan Love look? Does he kind of manipulate here? This is what I'm looking for. So, again, he's looking. Doesn't really manipulate. You see how he looks over the middle, then turns and fires? I think that safety just makes a bad decision, if I'm being honest here. Tucker Kraft gets up the field, big time play. You'll take this every day of the week. What a play here. Get those linebackers to bite down the quick little swing screen. Go, man. Let's go. Tucker Kraft was incredible in this football game. That was a 57-yard pickup. The NFL season officially back, man. I have had so much fun on the Sleeper app recently, and it is your time to win potentially up to 1,000x your money today, right? And I wanted to really quickly just show you, first of all, before I even dive into what I'm going to pick, I want to show you, if you use my promo code DUBS right now, you see it right here, you're going to get up to $100 match deposit. Okay, what does that mean? If you put down 100, they're going to give you 100. If you put down 50, they're going to give you 50. Honestly, you guys should take that by itself. It is unbelievable offer right now. But also, let's take a look what I'm going to do. Look at my league neighbor, 78.5 receiving yards. I'm going to go more, but I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to put it to 60. That's got to be something you love. And then I want to scroll down here. I want to find Mike Evans. Mike Evans is a guy that I am pretty high on. And again, I want to go, let's see here. Let's go more than 60. I think that's fair. And lastly, I want to do CeeDee Lamb more. And you know what? I don't mind the 70. So let's go with the 70. I think it's going to be fair. You know, dropped a couple of balls last week. He's going to want to be better this week, and I think he will be. Now, 10 only wins you 27 in this case, but I did a lot of alt lines. If you want to change that, you guys can. I think it is, you know, something you guys need to check out. And again, if you use my promo code DUBS, you're going to get that match deposit up to $100. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. Check out Sleeper today, guys. I promise you will not regret it. And it helps out me so much by just signing up. Here's a good play. Fake the handoff. All we're doing is trying to get this second level defender to bite down. If he does, we've got the slant over the middle. Romeo Doubs runs a great route where he initially gets outside leverage and then breaks over the middle. We're trying to just kind of manipulate this DB with our route concept, and that's exactly what happens here. Again, we noticed the one-on-one coverage. They actually play straight up, and it looks like maybe they have a yard of inside leverage as well. So off the snap, we don't love the slant, but our receiver does such a good job, right, getting outside leverage here. Look at him. Look at the DB overcommit to the outside, preparing for maybe a fade. Gets beat on the slant. Great throw. I mean, this is perfect. Okay. So I just noticed something here. Look at our guy Jordan Love. So look at him. This is good. This is good stuff. So he's got to get the ball around this linebacker or this edge rusher. Okay, so this guy's looking at the quarterback. Where is Jordan Love throwing the ball? It looks like the ball's coming out right here. Now, that's not where the football needs to be. The football needs to be over here, okay, which is right in line. So what he does is he manipulates this guy. He looks this way and throws it that way. That way, when this edge jumps up, he jumps in the wrong direction. That is next level stuff, and that is something I didn't even notice when watching the game live, right? And even when I broke down the film right after, not the film, but like the broadcast view, I didn't notice this. But these are the things you notice when you break down the film. That is amazing. Look how he squares up here and throws it that way. Dude, that is epic. Great stuff there by Jordan Love, man. That is fun. A really good play here as well. We're going to swing the running back out here. We're going to see Bobby Wagner kind of attach himself to this pretty quickly. From there, we're going to run a couple of vertical routes up the seam here. Now, they're not straight go balls, but we're just trying to get vertical early to take away these linebackers, right? Now, if we're able to do that, all we're doing is running a shallow cross. Okay, so we're taking away the vertical routes. DB playing so off here that he takes a bad angle of this thing. And again, we're getting in the way, crossing over the middle. Bobby Wagner's biting down the running back. This ends up breaking out wide open. Take what the defense gives you. If they make a mistake, take it. And right here, you take a 3, 4, 5 yard little in route into a 17-yard pickup up the right sideline just because the DB is in press. He backs off too far. We hit him perfectly with these little seams. Just get in the way. I mean, that is perfect. That is great execution by the tight end. Great execution by the tight end. Just get in the way. Right? Look at him. Look at him. Again, these are things you don't notice when you're watching the game. But do you see him? His job is to get in the way of this DB without blocking him, right? So you're going to see him look. Boom, go get in the way. That is perfect, man. That is perfect. All right, hold on. Let me watch from the other angle. I need to see exactly what. Was this Luke? No, this was Luke Musgrave. Luke Musgrave. Great job, man. Great job. Look at him. He's looking at it. He's just trying to get in the way, man. Those are the ones that I'm like, okay, this team is bought in together. They are really, really bought in. Another really fun play here. We are going to see kind of a go ball up this side. I'm going to call this a clear out, all right? Because we're just trying to get rid of either a safety or a DB. From here, we're running like a post. And we're going to run like a little bit of a scissor concept here. Again, so this guy's just getting out. So with this, and also you get, I think, a block and release into a stop route over the middle. With this type of concept here, you need to be able to throw with anticipation. And that is what Jordan Love does precisely. As he drops back again, you get a block and release here. We could dump it down. Don't love it though. But again, look at our tight end. He does a great job, right? Boom, acting like he's going to get inside leverage, breaking this out, turning this deep safety completely around, right? So boom, this is open, right? Because we have a clear out here. This DB's gone. Got this crosser or post route. He's locked in there. So one of these is going to break open. Okay, one of them. And actually, if I'm being completely honest, they both break open. Because this deep safety is locked on to the tight end, this ends up being maybe a touchdown. But this is also just wide open. You just have all the leverage in the world. So he throws this. Look when he throws his ball. Boom, right now. He's throwing this ball right now. So the anticipation is there. The reason he's so confident here is because this DB his back is turned away from the quarterback. So he doesn't know if the ball's coming at all or where it's going. Right, so we have leverage here. This is just an easy decision to make. Now again, if he held on for maybe an extra second, maybe would have hit Romeo Doubs for like a 80-yard touchdown, right? But either way, picks up 23 yards, great anticipation, good job by Jordan Love. All right, stop me if you've heard this before, but Tucker Kraft makes a play. So we're going to line up in line. We're in 12 personnel, one running back, two tight ends to the right side. Now we're going to fake the handoff up the middle. So what we're trying to do here is block, and then release. But we are trying to sell to these defenders right here that it is a run all day. How do you do that? You block. You have to block initially. So you're going to see them go engage in the block. Once you sell it for a good enough time, this guy will actually bite down because they'll say in their head, okay, they're running the ball, right? No one's running on a route over here. They are running the football. So as we do that, boom, we disengage and 3 overcommits just slightly early. And now we have a wide open opportunity. Again, great job by Tucker Kraft, man. Super excited about this, the breakout game for Tucker Kraft. He was good last year. He looks like he's going to be really good this year. Lambeau leaping that. So, yeah, I'm going to end it here. They won a good game. They played very, very well. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family for more of these videos. And, yeah, let's set a goal. Let's set a goal for 500 likes. Last video, I don't think did amazing. We had 80 likes, almost 2,000 views. Not great. Not great. We need to get that like button up. So, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.